examples perhaps that you've seen in Kosovo?
They are born to be leaders, these kids. At the end of the day, they all believe in their own ability. When they come here, we just want to help them now to be able to channel that ability and help them to realise their ambition.
Right. And a lot of what had to happen in Holland and in England was for me to start to get rid of this baggage. You can fix it. You can find the problem and you can fix it.
I think that he did a really good job of explaining the past history of South Africa from his own perspective, but also trying to incorporate a number of other perspectives, as well as giving us a very good overview of what the situation in South Africa is like in terms of politics, economics, and some of the social issues that South Africa is grappling with right now. So I thought it was really excellent.
I would agree to what she said. The lecture was really interesting, especially thinking of the major challenges that people face and continue to face in South Africa, and what are some of the ways as the processes are moving forward. And just looking at this experience as myself being living in a post-war country, knowing what this conflict is all about is really a valuable experience.
So far, this has been an amazing experience. First meeting our fellow students from Kosovo and Northern Ireland, but then digging into the history, learning, understanding the contradictory stances, right, and what people actually have been dying for what they believe in. And so, whether it's going to Belfast, or yesterday Dublin, the Peace Wall, the Peace Bridge, every single minute of our experience here has been fundamental as far as understanding on how to bring economic prosperity to a place where there's much struggle.
Encompassing economics, encompassing history, encompassing
a lot of the movement
science, giving us part of the history of politics.
All of the sessions have been great because I've been learning a variety of things, everything from entrepreneurship to how to be a social leader, how to never give up, to what I can do on my own individual level to impact the globe. And these sessions are just incredible because they help contribute to an overall, my overall want to be an advocate. A lot of these sessions, if you were in any other program, one would be in one program, one session would be in another, but this program sort of combines, everything you want and need into one program, and it's incredible.
Have you ever seen the bathtub part of what we call it?
This week I've learned about various conflicts. What can I say? It's been so much. Just drawing similarities between things in Kosovo, even around dinner table conversations, just learning about various people's backgrounds. And I think it was a great idea to bring people from a different country inside to Ireland to compare and contrast. In Belfast, we learned a lot just by visiting the city. It's amazing to learn history not out of a book, not in a classroom, but on the ground, visiting these sites and seeing history, firsthand.
Being here in Northern Ireland, actually, we could compare that to Kosovo and our conflict there. So right now, we have a better understanding of the conflict between the Protestants and Catholics. Therefore, we can kind of, again, compare it to Kosovo and how we were in conflict. But now we're also learning how we can overcome those differences and how we should actually value other people and those cultural differences, religious differences, and live together and try to grasp those differences, learn from each other, and protect our values.
The quality of the speakers for me has been something that has stood out. Just before you came in, we had probably the next First Minister from Northern Ireland was, answering our questions very openly. So for me, as a Northern Irish person, I've never had the opportunity to do that before. And the other speakers, I'd like to think, I'm fairly a knowledgeable chap, but you know, just listening to some of them has, you know, been really eye-opening, and you know, it's an experience I'll never forget.
For people who've come from areas which have had deprivation or indeed are suffering from austerity, which our three groups have experience of, you can sit in a classroom and talk about things, but until you actually get out and walk through the history and live the history, as they used to say, you know, the living history of Northern Ireland, it's only then that you actually get a feel for the country.
Coming here and really digging deeper into the issues and understanding some of the things that Northern Ireland is going through, for me, I think humanizes a lot of the experience and helps, I guess, pull out a lot of the parallels between experiences that people have throughout the world. Definitely in the United States and Ireland, I see a lot of similarities, especially the social issues. So for me, it's been eye-opening, and it's been very much a learning process. Hopefully I've established friendships that I'll have for life, and so I'm just happy that I was afforded the opportunity to come here.
It's really an amazing experience, especially I was amazed by the people who was there for us and how they talked and how their experiences. We learned a lot. I really find this very essential, especially for me, myself, and other people from Kosovo, I think so.
Well, the week has been remarkable. We arrived here from the States on Friday last week, and really didn't have any expectations about what this program was going to be about. This is the first time it's been being delivered, and I couldn't be more pleased with what has happened during the course of this week. I know the students themselves have learned quite a bit. I've learned quite a bit myself, and I think getting a better sense of the conflict here in Northern Ireland, understanding about the conflict in Kosovo, and learning about the opportunities that happen in a post-conflict society have been something that the students will take with them for a long time.
Obviously the purpose of this was from an educational perspective, but I think culturally and socially there's been great benefits from the students, from each other. I think they've learned an awful lot from each other, as well as from the wealth of knowledge and experience that they've had from the various different speakers, from local representatives of entrepreneurship right through to people that have worked at very senior levels in government.
The variety that the week has held in terms of visits and entrepreneurs and politicians, for me it has been very educational as well, and I hope that it's the start of a strong relationship both with AUK and the Jackie Robinson Foundation.
One thing that really amazed me is how, being very close, working very close with students, is how they didn't know each other at all. And the second day of the school, they got along so well with each other, and they were so united in finding the common solution to a different task that were assigned.
Having built this center and providing half of
day by day, hour by hour, I feel like I'm becoming more world renowned, because the themes here of problems, you can apply it to almost anywhere. You see the underlying theme. So it's truly eye-opening for me just to see this from a whole different perspective, especially here on the ground.
It just opened my eyes to really appreciate what I did have.
For this week, looking at its own outcomes, I think it's been fantastic. I mean, to observe the students interacting between each other, three different cultures, they've got together, they've come from some totally different backgrounds, they've shared their experiences, they have listened, they've learned from the experiences that they've found here, and we find them learning as they're doing this during the week. And I think that even the main outcomes of this week will not sink in with some of them for a while.
The end result isn't just this one week being a success, it's what happens in the future, what these people can give to others, how we can help them transform themselves.